How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Hillside Gaming. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Well, guys, we have the long-awaited video talking all about the Shattered Web case. And, yeah, lots of speculation going on with this case. A lot of people asking, if they should sell the ones that they own, in their inventory. If they should, keep them, hold them, buy them. What's going to happen? Will they be discontinued? Will they, be, introduced into the drop pool? I will get into all of that and a lot more, and also in a lot of depth in this video. So if you like that, stay tuned. So here we go. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, here is our Shattered Web case, and it is currently selling for 85 cents US currency on the Steam market right now. And yeah, there's been some pretty good volume, 44,000 volume in the past 24 hours. It's just, there's 65,000 listings right now. A lot of people are grinding their missions, getting more of these cases. The skins did also go up in value for quite some time, and as the case also went up in value for 3 or 4 days. And this the fact new was selling for like $350. I mean, there was a lot of inflation in these skins, but hey, that's not really why you're here, is it? You're here to find out what should I do with the ones that I have, or should I buy some, and do I think they're going to be discontinued or or introduced into the drop pool? Well, to answer that question, let me first say this. This case right now is selling at way above where, like, for instance, the Operation Hydra case did toward the end of the operation, or back then it was the Battle Pass, or whatever. Operation Battle Pass. I'm getting it reversed, but nevertheless, this case right now is selling for a very, very high price relative to what Hydra was toward the end of its Battle Pass. So having said that, there's some reasons. First of all, being speculation. Second of all, let's just show you. Here is our Operation Hydra case. All right. And of course, it's selling for a very, very high amount of money right now. Why did that happen? Well, this is one of the very few examples during a battle pass or during an operation, okay, that Valve discontinued these cases and did not introduce them into a drop pool after the operation was over. So after that happened, these went sky high. I mean, they just went through the roof. Okay, I mean, they were down here selling for a very small amount of money, 9-10 cents a piece. Okay, over here, this case, this case right here, well, its lifetime, it's I think the best it's seen is 66 cents. Okay, maybe a little lower, and maybe a little lower, but anyways, it's not seen very, very low lows. I think it's actually hit like 63, but it's not showing on here. Anyways. And, Hydra, which this is Hydra, okay? This is the Hydra case. It was way down here. Well, whenever Valve discontinued this case, what ended up happening was people said, oh my gosh, there's going to be no more of these cases. We need to buy them up. And some people that bought up down here at 9, 10, 8, 10, 12, 15 cents, 13 cents a piece. I mean, look at the volume. Look at that. 13,000 sold at 12 cents. I mean, there was a lot of these cases in here, okay? 13,000 of these sold at these prices. Look at that. 13,000, 11,000, 25,000, 25,000 again, 15,000. I mean, and the prices went up very, very quickly, okay? Let's get on this area right here, all right? So it went down here from your low, and it did spike, and it came back down a little bit. But we're seeing very, very large numbers here. I mean, very large numbers, 25,000, 10,000. There's not that many of these cases. Now, look, take for granted. a lot of these are being held in people's inventories while they're still speculating what's going to happen right now. Okay, so there's a lot more than 65,000 out there, but these are being opened quite a bit. Okay, this case is being opened a lot right now because it does have some good skins. It has the Containment Breach, it has the Stalker, it has some really amazing knives, which here is our Operation Shadowweb knives. Paracord, Survival, Nomad, and Skeleton. In this case contains 4 different knives, which I will get into that here in a minute. But, this case has a lot of knives, and brand new knives. Now, these knives can also be reintroduced through a different case, or through a different mechanism over time. I get that. Maybe even in the next case, that they could reintroduce these all over again. Valve can do whatever Valve wants to do. They don't have to, keep a case around just because that case has all these knives. Although that's what they've done in the past, they don't have to. They don't have to. Valve can do whatever they want to do. If everyone hasn't already noticed, Valve has already done what Valve wants to do. And a lot of people never see it coming. That's just the way that Valve works. Okay, so yes, this case has a lot of really cool knives in it, and for that, the speculation says, hey, they're definitely going to be dropping this case into the drop pool, and they're definitely not going to discontinue this case because it has all of these brand new knives. Okay, well, look, let's get back over here again. Let's get back into the Hydra case. Okay. Now, over here, we even see 15,000 sold here. We're going all the way up to like 50 cents, 60 cents. Okay, but then it did fall back down again to 37. And then over time, it hit good highs, it hit higher highs. And, that was just during that small amount of time. So we're talking about going from, I don't know, let's say November 1st. Okay, we'll just say November 1st. Roughly 13 cents. So November through December, Christmas time. Okay, we saw a huge price increase. That's just like a month and a half. Okay, a month and a half. Now, once again, there was a lot bigger supply of these out there, and you see a lot of these selling. Okay, many thousands. Tens of thousands. You see a lot of these selling. Now, some of these are probably the same ones selling over and over and over again. Some of them are being opened. But a lot of the investors are probably selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying the dips, selling the highs, making their money over and over and over again. Especially a lot of these guys that have bots which is not me, by the way. I don't believe in botting, but there's a lot of people out there that are really heavy into the Steam market that are, we call whales. They have lots of large funds, and they have plenty of funds to back up multiple accounts, and they have bots that do all kinds of buying and selling for them, and it's just about fully automated. So those guys, they can do whatever they want, and they can buy and sell and make a couple pennies profit times 1,000 or times 10,000 or times whatever they want to, and they're still making money the whole time. While a lot of other people like me and you are buying, a couple hundred, 500, and trying to wait for a few minutes or wait for a few days, and then try to sell them up here at the highs. You get the idea. Okay. Here's something else. Back, let's just continue. Actually, back with our Hydra case, okay? A lot of people say that Valve won't make the same mistake again as they did with the Hydra case. Look, I almost kind of feel the same way, to be fair, okay? But I'm just trying to give both sides of the argument. I'm trying to give maybe, a pro and a con, okay? So I'm trying to help, I'm not trying to be one-sided here. I'm trying to discuss both sides of this equation. And one thing that happened with Hydra is whenever the case went very, very high in value, well, the case key fell down in value. This key was one of the only CSGO case keys that ever, I think it's the only, but we'll just say one of the only case keys that fell way super, super low, okay? I mean, this thing was complete trash. $1 a piece, 99 cents a piece. I mean, you could buy these keys for 98 cents a piece. I mean, on cash out sites, even cheaper than that back in this time. Okay, so a lot of people are thinking, okay, well, the Operation Hydra case key fell through the floor, and Valve, they weren't making their money on selling these keys, so yeah, they're never going to make that mistake again. Well, guess what? Now it's different, because now with our Operation Shadow Web case, you can't buy keys on the Steam market. You have to buy them directly for the same price, $2.49 US currency, for every single key that you buy to unlock a case. And the keys that you buy for this case are permanently locked to your account. They are non-tradable, non-sellable, and therefore they're going to maintain that value, because there's no way to change the value, because Valve completely controls that. It's going to be $2.49 per key. That's it. Okay, so if they discontinued this case, okay, the keys will not matter anymore. That this is not going to be a factor anymore. Okay, they're not going to lose money on the keys selling for $1 a piece and the case is selling for $5 a piece. Now whatever the case is going to be, whatever the Shadow Web case is going to be, if it happens to be discontinued, okay, whatever this price is down here, it's still always going to cost you $2.49 to open that case, period. There won't be a way to bypass that, okay? Well, that we know yet. Now, of course, Valve can step in at any point in time and say, guess what, guys? We're going to start selling cases at a higher price, or I don't know, and we'll start releasing unlocked cases, and that doesn't require a key. Who knows, okay? Well, like I said earlier, Valve can do what Valve wants to do. And, just because it doesn't make sense and to us, and it's something that they've never done before, doesn't mean Valve can't do it, because they can do what they want, all right? Anyways, so let's just go ahead and talk about this case in particular. As we see, instead of being, 10 to 13 cents like the Hydra case was at its low, this case is, seeing 64, 66 cents, okay? Right now, it's currently 83, 84 cents, but let's just say, like a few days ago, this was up to 95 cents. Like 2 days ago, okay? So this is what I expect. Now let's start. Now that I've kind of tossed all the information out there at you in different allotments, now let's kind of try to put that all together, okay? And I'm gonna form some opinions, and I'm gonna actually give you what I'm gonna do for my personal investments. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. And I feel like this is just about a surefire way not to lose money. So if you want to put money into the Shadow Web case, and if you want to profit on it if you can, or don't lose money on it if something bad happens, well, I think my school of thought and what I'm doing and the way that I'm going to do it is probably the absolute best way. Now, I'm not saying that you should follow me, because this is not investing advice. This is not, anything like that. Consult your own professional on that. I'm not a professional. I'm just a hobbyist investor in a virtual game with virtual goods, okay, virtual funds. So, but having said that, just because it's a personal hobby of mine, and I enjoy this, and I enjoy these numbers and this and that, I will share with you now what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's just say that. Oh, by the way, before I do go there, as we know here, Valve released this grand finale. Okay, so the Operation Shadow Web is officially going to be over March the 30th. Okay, so we got about 18 more days, something like that. Maybe 17 more days by the time that you see this video. But yeah, so we have 17, 18 more days, and this is over. And you have all that time to finish your battle pass and to level it up and this and that. They've already discounted the stars again, and they've already discounted the actual operation pass, or the battle pass, whatever you want to call it. They've already discounted that, so that's it. So March 30th, and this should be over. Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, unless Valve comes in at the very last moment and says, "Hey, by the way, guys, due to this virus that is going around, due to unfortunate circumstances in the world right now, we're going to extend this operation for 2 more weeks or something, past the 30th, just to allow people to have more fun with this operation because we realize a lot more people are going to be at home or something like that, which that's always possible. Once again, I keep saying it, I'm repeating a broken record here, but Valve can do what Valve wants to do. Even though they have already put out a statement saying that this ends March 30th, they can always come back beforehand and change their minds. But for all that we know, March 30th, this is it, it's over. And, you know, all of the cases that are getting dropped, if you haven't got all of your drops yet, or if you've been buying stars, all those cases will cease to drop, you know, on March the 30th, or at the end of March the 30th. Okay, so having said that, well, the Operation Hydra case, of course, let's just go back to our lifetime view now. Okay, it took it a few days. Okay, so let's just go back in this area. Let's just say right about here. Right, we're going to go back in this area again. So people started realizing, okay, that the case, you know, hey, is this thing dropping? Is it in the drop pool? Did Valve pull this case? I don't really know, man. But, you know, I think I'll be buying some of these. People are buying these. Look at this. I mean, we have there's so many of these we're selling, and the price is going up and up. Maybe I should get in. FOMO kicks in, which is fear of missing out. And next thing you know, a lot of people are putting their money in there, and they're going, gee, man, I don't know why it's going up, but I think I'm going to buy some too. And if it keeps going up, I'm going to make some money. And some people, of course, already knew at this point, hey, you know, the case is not being dropped, and this has been discontinued. So I know that in a short period of time, these are going to be way up there, and I can really make a good profit for myself, right? But other people are just saying, oh my gosh, look at these prices. Maybe I should get in and buy some of these. I'm not really sure why, but hey, why not just jump in? Because, you know, let's just the herd mentality. Let's just follow the leader and hope for the best, right? Which is definitely the wrong thing to do, by the way, right? But I'm just saying, a lot of people, their mindsets, especially back in these days, it's just the way that it was. Okay. Now, here is our Shattered Web case. Okay, our lifetime view on this. What I expect and what I'm going to do. All right. So to prevent myself from buying 500 of these cases at whatever price range that I could buy them at and holding them in my inventory, and then all of a sudden Valve, you know, dropping this into the drop pool, and all of a sudden now these are going to fall real fast because a lot of people are going to be getting these in game, and whenever they get them in game, they're going to be listing them on the Steam market, and you know, people are going to start seeing that, and they're going to realize, oh my gosh, the prices are going down. Then you're going to see people that are holding bulk of these, like, you know, hundreds or 500 or 1,000, and they're going to start selling these like as fast as they possibly can, trying to beat the other people that are trying to sell theirs as fast as they possibly can, and it's going to cause a fast decrease in value. And it will be very, very rapid, and it will happen almost within a time frame that you can't even respond fast enough to list and unlist and list and unlist yours to get yours sold fast enough so that you don't lose too much money. Okay, so there's option A. Option B could be something like, oh my gosh, you know, on March the 30th or at the end of March the 30th, you know, the next day, you know, you're watching the market, and all of a sudden, you know, you don't own any of these cases, and you're like, you know, man, I just don't want to really put my money into these because, man, if they drop, oh my gosh, I mean, I'm going to lose so much money. I don't want to be fighting people to selling their cases and trying to undercut the lowest price and lose all kinds of money. I mean, there's not a lot of profit in here anyways. I mean, I bought mine at 65 cents, we'll say, you know, if you did buy some or whatever. But, you know, let's just say that, you know, you're seeing these prices and you're like, I'm not going to put 86 cents a piece into these. So, you know, I'm just going to sit back and wait. And I'm going to wait and see what happens. Well, you know, here is my thought. And what I'm doing just that. I had some of these cases. I sold them. I made a good profit. I did buy them low. I sold them high. I felt very, very good about my profit, so I went ahead and did that. And here is what I'm doing. In my mind, there is the possibility either way. Look, I'm leaning more toward Valve introducing this into the drop pool. Okay, that is my personal opinion. Is that Valve will probably introduce this case into the drop pool. But it's Valve, and Valve can do what they want. every little while they'll throw a little monkey wrench in there, and before you know it, everyone's like, oh my gosh, I never saw that coming. Well, this time a lot of people see it coming either way. People that are on both sides of the fence, they see it their own way, and they have reasons to back up their thoughts either way that it goes. And I'm kind of the same. I can see Valve discontinuing this case, and I can also see Valve dropping this into the drop pool and this case becoming useless. But I'm not going to be holding hundreds of these cases myself. And what I'm going to do is, whenever March 30th comes, I am going to make a post in my Discord channel, and I'm going to be watching the Steam market like a hawk. Okay, I might even play some CS:GO games, and I want to see, I'm probably going to offer a reward. I'll get into that in my Discord channel. If you're not part of my Discord channel, just come on over there. Link is in the video description here. It's also on my profile. It's everywhere. It's on my YouTube channel. But anyways, I'm going to probably offer a reward for maybe the first 2 or 3 people in my Discord channel that shows me actual screenshots of their, of them getting the Shadow Web case dropped in a game after March 30th. And if no one comes up with evidence that this case is being dropped, then, especially after, we'll say 3, 4, 5 days, then I can assume, okay, this is not in a drop pool. Well, as of yet. Now, there's a few things that are going to happen. This could be introduced into the drop pool the very hour that the operation's over, and we could get these cases dropping immediately. Valve could also kind of withhold these from dropping in a drop pool for up to like a week. Okay, and I mean, I've seen them. I've seen stranger things. Okay, so but in my mindset, if Valve does drop these into a drop pool, it should be within hours of them discontinuing the operation. If that happens, we're going to see the price of this decline, because people are going to see these cases in their in-game drops, and they're going to sell them, and they're going to tell all their friends, and people are going to be on Reddit, and they're going to be in Discord channels, and they're going to be making YouTube videos. Oh my God, this case it's being dropped, and everyone's going to be selling. So everyone's going to be doing the same thing, watching and waiting. Okay, so but on the other hand, if these cases don't get dropped in the drop pool and they are discontinued, then the prices are definitely going to go up. Now, I expect that at the end of the operation, if we don't see cases dropping immediately, okay, immediately after the operation is over, if we don't see these cases in a drop pool and have people, within the first hour or two, showing pictures of them getting these dropped, I expect that hype and FOMO alone will actually push this case up in value. Okay, so having said that, sorry about the helicopter, but having said that, I can see this case easily hitting over $1, $1.10, even $1.15. Guys, it could be even higher than that, just from FOMO alone, or hype or speculation. People not knowing, so people are just going to be buying them up, and they're so. You can see the prices going up. That doesn't necessarily mean, that they're not being dropped. Okay, it just means that people are speculating, and they're putting their money out there, and they're maybe being foolish, possibly. So the way I think I'm going to do it is I'm going to find verification from multiple people, okay, i.e. screenshots through people that I know and trust, that these are definitely dropping in the drop pool. And then at that point, I will not be buying any. That's just the end of it. There won't be a reason to buy any at that point if they're in the drop pool. At the same point in time, if I don't have any evidence and can't find any, and I don't get case drops myself, and no one else does for a period of time, and these prices are going crazy, I'm probably going to drop some money in these as fast as possible. Once again, keeping in mind, Valve could drop these a week later. So for a whole week, these prices could go up, and people have one thought process, and Valve could change it up. So, I mean, Valve can do what Valve wants to do, right? But, if you buy some of these and then you immediately list them on the Steam market for, kind of hedge hedge your bet. Okay, you kind of list these at a certain price, that you're okay at selling them at. If they fall back down to that price, then they insta sell. That would be a good idea. Okay, that's kind of like it's kind of like in the Bitcoin or in the stock market even. You buy something and then you list it at a profit, a small profit above whatever that where you don't lose money and you make a small amount of profit. And if they happen to come back down to that price, you're going to sell most of your supply. Always anticipating and hoping that the prices are going to keep going higher and higher and higher, right? So so that none of them will actually really sell. But if they do sell, you do sell and you make profit. So if we don't have evidence in the first hour or two that these are being dropped, and the prices are shooting up, I'm going to buy 300-400 of them. And and I'm just going to hold them. And if I see opportunities to sell, and or if I get a gut feeling that that these are going to be maybe being introduced into the drop pool, or maybe the prices are going a little bit too high, which always happens whenever you introduce hype and FOMO into something in speculation, and some people that don't know what they're doing, and they're just throwing money blindly into a chart or a graph, and they don't really understand what's going on, i.e. hype and FOMO. Often prices will shoot way high and then they'll come back down pretty hard, and then they'll stabilize, and they'll either A, go back up again slowly, or they'll B, keep going back down. Okay, that's why whenever you buy what you buy, you immediately relist all those items out of your inventory onto the Steam market at a profitable price for you, and also at a place where you can't lose money. Sometimes, and it gives, if the prices come back down real fast, you still might get skipped, but you'll have a better chance of selling at least some of what you have and making some profit before, if things go sideways or backwards. Okay. But anyways, so that's what I'm going to do whenever these go up, in value. If there's no evidence of these being dropped into a drop pool, I won't be buying these at 84 cents. They'll probably be over $1, okay? Maybe $1.15 at that point in time. I'm okay with that. I'm okay at paying those prices, because at that point I have some sort of small amount of assurances that these aren't being dropped, and I can't find proof that they are being dropped. Therefore, I feel a tad bit more comfortable investing in these, at least short term. When I say short term, 3, 4, 5 days even, okay? Maybe even a couple of hours, maybe even 30 minutes, short term, right? And make some money and move on, right? And if something really does happen and they don't come back down to the price that I have my stop gap, put at, or I have my stops, okay, put at, then they'll keep going up, and I'll have more profit. Then eventually I can unlist them and list them at a higher price. But temporarily, I'm going to have them listed at a small profit, to where, just in case they come crashing back down, that I get to sell the bulk of mine, or at least quite a few of mine, on the way back down. Okay. There's always risk involved, and I don't recommend people that don't know what they're doing try to even do that. I've been doing this long enough, and honestly, I have a 75-25% rule. 75%, 25% rule. 75%, I make really solid, strategy and chart-based decisions and investments, and 25% I just throw money at something by a gut feeling, and or because I want to, or because I think it's cool, or whatever else. And as long as my 25%, look, even if my 25% always is a loss and my 75% is always a profit, I still win. I'm not ever a loser. Yes, I could make more money. I know there's people out there thinking, well, yeah, but you could maximize that and maybe, always be positive 90%. Well, look, yeah, I could, but I allow myself the luxury of making mistakes. And I enjoy that, because it allows me to sometimes make some really amazing investments and make some really good profit. And on the other side, it also sometimes allows me to to think I'm all that and buy into something and totally lose my butt and go, gee, I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? It's still in my 25% acceptable losses, and I'm okay with that. You know, that's how we learn. We don't always learn by winning. We learn by losing. You know, you learn by making bad mistakes. So for me, doing it the way that I'm doing it, that I'm going to be doing it. Okay, I have the acceptable losses are fine with me. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. There is risk, but I am definitely going to limit my risk. And yeah, I'm making a very long video. This is supposed to be a 15-minute video. It's a 30-minute video. I have no idea how I even did that. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to share like my complete thought process with you from beginning to end. You know, trying to share all the information from everything that I can possibly put together, you know, to help you guys understand the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. Look, I could have made a 1-minute video saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna wait till the end, and yeah, I'm gonna buy if they don't drop. I'm gonna buy, and yeah, hope there you are. Have a good one." But so many people wouldn't understand why. It wouldn't help you to become a better investor. It wouldn't help you to understand the mindset. It wouldn't give you any insight to any of the information. It would be just a blind post, pretty much, and it would not be helpful. It wouldn't be a good learning tool or a good teaching tool. It wouldn't be anything. It would just be some YouTuber putting a video out there that has information in it that you don't really understand. Or if you do understand, I mean, you really don't get the full picture. And that's not what I do here. I want to give you the full picture. Yes, it takes more time, but hopefully you guys appreciate that. But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. So, you know, this case has got some good skins in it. Has some really, really good knives in it. Once again, these knives can be put in other cases. They can do whatever they want with these knives, okay? Or they can just discontinue them. That is always a possibility. They can make these, you know, a temporary thing. Look, it's 4 new knives. There's so much profit potential. I can't see Valve doing that, but I'm just saying they can. It's unlikely. It's also unlikely that this case is going to be discontinued, but they can. So I'm not going to be holding them. I already sold all mine, and you know, if and when the time comes that I can come in here and you know, and buy some of these, even at a price that's not as cheap as this right here, I can look at these and see that there's no drops. If that's the case, and they're not dropping these, and the prices are going up, you know what? That's a more of a acceptable time for me to put my money in there. Most likely, initially, at least short term, with some pretty reasonable stops. Okay, and then if the price keeps going up, then I can adjust my stops, and you know, then we can choose to do whatever we want to from there. But I do see potential profit either way that it goes. If you do things the right way. The only thing that I don't think that you're gonna do, if you're holding hundreds of these, or if you're holding a lot of these cases, look, you might get lucky and this case gets discontinued, and you might make a small fortune, but it doesn't. The risk outweighs the reward for me from holding hundreds of these cases. It's just not worth it to me. I need money for my major investing that is coming up really soon, and I'm only going to put money in these if I think that they're not going to be dropped and that they have been discontinued. Then I'll drop money in here. It'll be at a higher price. I'm okay with that because I also think that this doesn't have as much potential to go. I don't think this is going to hit $5 real fast. Well, it could hit $10. Okay. But I would expect this to probably hit $3 to $3.50 really, really quickly upon speculation, FOMO, and hype, if we don't see these cases dropping within 6 hours after the operation's over. So, I say 6 hours. Look, it could be 24 hours. But this has got potential to go really, really fast, whereas Hydra went a little bit slower. Okay? It took days and days and days. And that's possible. It could do the same thing here. I mean, a lot of people were just probably unsure, okay? But a lot of these guys over here that bought these things at, 13 cents or whatever, I mean, man, you just imagine, even selling at 23 cents, bought them at 13 cents within a 4-day period, a 5-day period right there. Look at that. Can you just imagine being one of those guys? You know, I mean, what about, you know, just, I don't know, a few weeks later, right? A few weeks later, 60 cents. Can you imagine being that guy if you bought 1,000 or 10,000 of these? I mean, just imagine that, right? It can happen. It's not likely, but it can happen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am going to go record a Steam Market news video, and yeah, we're going to get that out here in the next day or two. And but this video I'm going to edit first, and it shouldn't require much editing, so we're just going to get it edited and upload to YouTube and give you all something to watch. And hopefully this video will answer a lot of questions and for a lot of different people. And hopefully, you know, it helps you have a different mindset as well, or at least, you know what, at the very, very least, I hope this video gets you thinking about your investments and about the reasons of why you're doing what you're doing. So, thanks guys for your time. Hit that subscribe button. Support the channel, guys. Help me grow. We're trying to regrow our channel again. Now, since we got our other channel killed off by YouTube there. So help me grow, guys. Hit that like button. Definitely help get this video viewed by more people by hitting the like button. Subscribe. That also helps a lot more people to see this video. And share it on social media if you like. That'd be fantastic. So, but I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves with this this virus going around. Take care of yourself. Be extra special, safe. Take care of your elder family. Okay, and take care of yourself as well. So, happy investing, guys. Take care. I'll see you next video. Have a good one. Peace.